I know you were looking forward to my first video on a career in Celtic. I must congratulate you, because I did it. For all those who accidentally searched for a career for Celtic in FIFA 17 and opened this video, I must say that I started my coaching career at FIFA 17 with Longford Town and won the Irish Championship and the Irish Cup with him and received an invitation to lead the Celtic FC. My previous videos you can see on the links in the description. However, at the end of last season I headed the Northern Ireland national football team. I had not spoken in the previous videos to make you a surprise. In the first matches of the national team based on my players, I decided to use 3-4-3 setup. In real life, Northern Ireland uses the balance with 5 or 4 defenders. And defined by me as extreme midfielders, players usually play in the defense line. The victory over Denmark and the draw with Germany showed that I chose the composition and arrangement correctly. As a result, we took the second place, which will allow me to debut in the World Championship 2018 next summer. At the time of this video before the autumn stage of the selection for the World Cup 2018 this is true, although in real life it will be but matches. Now, I was ready to immerse myself in the leadership of my new club. For starters, a little information about my new club. Celtic was founded by immigrants from Ireland, that reflect the colours of the club and the fans' love to the Irish Republican Army. By the number of national titles the club is inferior to its principal rivals from the Rangers, but Celtic has a victory in the Champions Cup, which the Rangers do not have. I took the team in 4th place with the tasks to win the Championship and the Cup, and the need to participate in the Champions League. The first thing I had to get to know the composition and understand of the weak position. I chose the composition that you can see on the screen. The weak point in this lineup was the position of the right winger. I sent my scouts to find the player for this position. Celtic since 2012 every year wins the national championship without meeting any special opposition from the rivals, especially during the absence of the Rangers in the Premier League, so it took me only 2 wins to get to the first place and do not give it to the loner of the championship. Therefore, I will focus on European competition and transfer matters. My rivals in the group were Barcelona, Arsenal and Porto. Barcelona and Arsenal were too strong for me, but Porto was an equal opponent. I won against Porto in the last match in the group and took 3rd place, which allowed me to continue the fight in the playoffs of the Europa League. I realized that without strengthening the composition, it would be difficult for me to fight in European competition, so with the start of the transfer window, I began negotiations. I had about €12 million on the purchase of new players. The main priority was the position of the right winger. The main contenders for the position of the right winger were Phillips from West Bromwich, Ritchie from Newcastle United, Kearney from Fulham. My final choice was Tom Kearney from Fulham. He plays the central midfielder in real life in Fulham, and I suggest you enjoy some moments of his game. He received a TOTS card in Ultimate Team at the end of the season.
Here's Tom Kearney onto the left foot, goes for goal! Yes! 1-0! It's 1-0 to Fulham, and that is an absolute quality goal. Back to Tom Kearney onto his left foot. Yes! Oh, what a lovely...
I paid only €4.2 million for the transfer of Kearney, so I had money for another transfer. Therefore, I decided to strengthen the position of the left defender. Based on my finances, the ideal option was Kingsley from Swansea City. This transfer took place at a market value of €4 million. Kingsley belongs to Swansea City, but he is not the main left defender. Kingsley is a graduate of the Scottish club Falkirk, and the following fragment refers to his period of performances for Falkirk under the 3rd number. I had money, but I could not find a decent goalkeeper, so on the screen you can see the composition with which I approached the second half of the season in the playoffs of the Europa League. Thank you for watching. In the next video, You will see my debut in the playoffs of the European Cups and the end of the season in the Scottish Premier League.